King Air 350, proceed direct to Dutch Harbour, NDB. Descending and maintain 6000. For approaching the NDB, switch toward navigation chart and turning down. Clear for the approach on runway 30. Proceed to traffic pattern according to the navigation chart. Take care with strong winds from northeast at 28 knots gusting to 48, as the weather report already informed. Report position at 2000.
Sharp traffic direct to NDB down to 6000, cleared for the approach, King Air.
Okay, I am your co-pilot. Nice to fly with you, Captain. In King Air, I will help you to fly the approach to Dutch Harbour Airport in visual approach, only with navigation chart and GPS assistance. Let's start our descent procedure. First, you can fly a speed of 190-200 knots, and a descent rate, 1,800 feet per minute, to reach the NDB pointer and crossing it at 6,000 feet altitude.
Thank you. Flaps well.
A very smooth curve is always a good feeling. Okay, we are configured and ready to the descend maneuver. Wind ingressing and sealing down. Gusty winds, 36 knots, from the northeast. Moderate snow. Yes, it's snowing. Weather conditions deteriorating. Very bad conditions for landing today. At this altitude the weather is beautiful. It's always good to find the sun above the clouds. Many feel that the sky is blue, but in fact the universe is black. And now, time to check the navigation charts and approach procedures. Traffic pattern on right side, to the runway. At 6,000 feet level, maintain current course, to crossing the NDB. Descend fly outbound, and descend to 3,700 feet. After 1 minute, turn left to 301 degrees and fly the procedure turn and make a curve to right. Completing the curve, turn course, 121 degrees. To the inbound on the 166 degrees marker, in direction of the waypoint.
Flap 0.
Generally have strong winds at this altitude, you need to correct the course, to equalize the wind. Once established inbound on the 166 degree course, to waypoint Klose, descend to 2,200 feet, over the sea, according GPS, and after you break out, turn 220 degrees, on Unalaska Bay, to the base leg of the airport, to land on runway 30. In visual approach, the flight plan calculator 140 knots speed, and 1,800 climb rate, up to 1,000 feet. Note that the runway is not aligned with the inbound course to the NDB. We have to approach, over the sea visually, below 1,500 feet, depending of the visibility. Because the left side of the hill has 1,900 feet elevation. And the right side has a hill with 1,700 feet. Runway heading orientation is 302 magnetic GPS and 306 true degrees. and elevation is 22 feet sea level. Altimeter is calibrated and checked. Be careful, with gusty winds and maybe birds near the runway. Strong wind requires constant course correction. Maintain the course to the waypoint, please. It's challenging land here, always has wind and horrendous weather. It requires a lot of concentration and pilot skills. The bad weather began. It will be again a challenge to land on Dutch Harbor today. Approaching the NDB, so far all right with the flight plan. Crossing NDB signal. Maintain current course and descend to 3,700 feet. Reduce speed to 140 knots to start the curve with 140 knots. 30 seconds down and descending. You can activate the anti-ice system. Switch on please. Down to 3,700 feet. After 1 minute, turn left 301 degrees. Closing 1 minute, turn left 301 degrees. Try to down descending speed to 140 knots. We need to check the engine power system with anti-ice running. 30 seconds elapsed. Decrease the speed. Start the curve to right. Oil temperature, normal. Full flow indicates default. Gas UPM generator, within the limits. Propellers rotation, OK. Torque percent, equalized. Turbine temperature, green. Completing a pretty curve.
Flaps 0.
We are down to 3,700 feet. Point head to 121 degrees. Set the course 166 degrees, according to the navigation chart. Fly away to waypoint Klose. Our flight plan calculate a speed of 140 knots, with climb rate 1,800 to 1,000 feet, to entrance on the base leg at 220 degrees, on Unalaska Bay. Oh, here has strong winds and turbulences. Try to adjust the course by wind. OK, down to 3,000. Drill the clouds, we are on Unalaska Bay, can go down quiet. Wow, this is a job for aviators. Gusty wind from east, attention to the course.
2,500.
expecting visibility for visual approach. Reaching 2,200. Tower Dutch Harbour, reporting 2,000, King Air.
King Air, wind 260 degree at 28 knots gusting to 48. Visibility 2 miles, light clouds, ceiling 1,600 feet. Temperature -7 Celsius, snowing, mode red. Consider strong, gusty wind on final approach. Runway orientation 306 degrees, true magnetic heading, altitude 22 feet, sea level. Lights on. Free traffic, landing runway 30, approved.
Okay, visual landing.
1,000.
Turning 45-degree entrance in the downwind leg, and then following 220 degrees on the downwind leg until to the intersection of the final leg to align with the runway threshold and land on Dutch Harbour Airport with 306 degrees magnetic orientation on runway 30.
Let's go. Descent checklist, please.
Okay, making the descent checklist. Altimeter check. Weather check. Runway 30, landing in visual approach. Autopilot off. Landing speed 100 knots. Flaps full down. Landing gear check, 3 green. Landing lights on. Parking brake off. After touchdown, apply reverse thrust, as desired. Descent checklist completed. In case of missed approach, fly away, and proceed a straight-out departure. We are near the base leg, turn final approach to runway landing procedure.
500. Bank angle.
Thank you, I see the runway.
$400. Wind shear. 300. Terrain. Pull up. Too low. Terrain. Minimums.
Speed.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Flap 0.
Well done, nice landing. Good job. It was a wonderful flight. I am very happy with this great learning experience, flying with you, Mr. Klose. See you later, bye bye.